what you want to learn in Snowflake. Today we will discuss about Snowflake, exactly what Snowflake and why Snowflake. Yesterday we already discussed what is Snowflake. Snowflake is a cloud data warehouse. It is combination of cloud and data warehouse. So simply data warehouse is nothing but one type of database which will call it as a centralized repository which will stores the data coming from different range of sources. So data warehouse is also called as a database, but we can call that as a centralized repository. Why we are calling the centralized repository? Because we are storing a huge and bulk of data coming from the different range of sources. That's the main point. And coming to the database, sir, data warehouse is one type of database. What it mean by database? Databases are different types, but most commonly used databases are RDBMS databases, relational database management systems. So every company or everywhere, every organization, they are using multiple applications to organize their requirements, to fulfill their requirements. So, for example, if you talk about HDFC Bank, so in HDFC Bank to serve the customers, so customers doing lot of transactions. So the transactions needs to be maintained as a one document or to maintain as a some copy for feature purpose. So here HDFC Bank will be started before 20 years back. From 20 years onwards, you want to maintain the data into a databases means it's not possible. Why? Because databases are designed for shorter period of time. They are weaker in capacity, stronger in performance, weaker in capacity. Weaker in capacity. So that's why a people will maintain the latest data on databases, and you want maintain data, old data means that time we will use a data warehouses. We will use a data warehouses. Clear? For example, if you talk about Amazon, they are delivering the products. So every location there we have a near hub is there. So once you order the product, that product will be delivered from the manufacturer godowns to Amazon godowns, main godowns, and after that they distribute that into a, or for example Hyderabad godown and Bangalore godowns, warehouses like that. Godown is nothing but warehouse. And after that, if you order a product from Hyderabad, for example, if you order a product from Hyderabad warehouse to, it will deliver a local warehouse. Local, for example, you order a product from KPHP. So nearby there we have a one warehouse like in the KPHP or Kukatpalli or some Jain tool place. So from there that will be distributed. Same like that. Your local godowns won't maintain bulk of data, bulk of products, only ordered products, very latest 10 days ordered products. But Hyderabad godown, like warehouse, consists of lots of products, whereas main branch warehouse consists of very lot of products. like that. So database or data warehouse is nothing but one type of database, but it is used for the maintaining of old data and bulk of data and huge data from different range of stores. Now database is also a one type of storage, but it will maintain only latest and small data, like latest and very recent transactions. Okay. Now coming to database, why we call it as a database? Actually, from olden days onwards, if you think about it, what is database? Database is used to store some data. For example, in olden days, our humans like they write something on stones. We can say that is also one database, but technically it is wrong. But you can say it. After stones, they start writing their activities on leaves. That we can say database. After that, they prepare a papers and then they start writing on papers. And after that, they will maintain a text documents. And after that, Excel was came. They maintain a data on Excel. And after that, they have a different databases like PostgreSQL, Postgre, MySQL, Oracle, DB2, HANA database, like lot of databases, like NoSQL databases are there. Lot of databases are there. And after that, they kept a five norms. I'm not sure on that five norms. Okay. Who was qualified that five norms? That five norms qualified person will be called as a database. Like from Excel to relational databases like RDBMS, DB2, MySQL, Oracle, Portugal, all will be a databases. Why? Because these all are qualified with five norms. What are the five norms? Please check in Google. You can get it. Okay. So there we can design a five norms that who will follow that five norms, that we call it as a database. That's why from Excel onwards, all we call it as a database. Not text file is not a database. Paper is not a database. Stone is not a database. Why? Because these are not followed by five norms. Only from Excel onwards, we can call it as a databases. These are exclusively to maintain the latest and short period of time data. Clear? Whereas data warehouses are maintained for long period of data. Clear? Now, what is cloud? Cloud data warehouse, you should say. Data warehouse means you got it. Maintain the data in warehouse, centralized repository. What is cloud data warehouse? Cloud is nothing but maintaining the data in some other place. Yes, maintaining the data in servers only, hard disk only, storage sandboxes only, external hard drives only, but not in your place. Not in your place. For example, all people are listening my class in your laptop only. In your laptop only. I am sending some data to you, and you maintain your data in your laptop means on-prem. But you are using or you are going to access my data in my laptop. That we call it as a cloud. Simply maintaining the data in some other place or maintaining the servers in some other place, maintaining the resources in some other place. Via internet, you can access that resources. That refers to cloud. So now the topic is, what is main difference between cloud and on-prem? Cloud and on-prem. What is on-prem and what is cloud platform? What resources required for industry? Yes, we need a resources like firewall, router, switches, RAM, CPU, networking, storages. Yes, these all are the resources required in IT industry. All these resources will be maintained on, all these resources will be maintained on company premises only. Company premises only. That refers to on-prem. On premises. On premises. What all the resources will be maintained on some other place? The cloud refers to servers that are accessed over internet, and the software and database that run on those servers are those servers. Simply, all the resources will be maintained on some other place. Okay, this is called cloud, some other place. And that place we will install the applications and databases on those servers, and those servers will be accessed by internet via your own devices. That refers to cloud. Now, what is the drawbacks of on-prem? Why people are looking for cloud mostly? Why people are looking for cloud mostly? What is the drawbacks of cloud? On-prem, on-prem. There is a lot of drawbacks on on-prem. That's why people are very much interested on cloud only. The first drawback is need use capital requirement to purchase physical hardware. As for example, I came to you, I ask you to set up a one project. Okay, for that project 100 servers needed, for example, and almost 1 gigabyte of storage you needed, for example. One petabyte of storage, like 1000 GB of storage you needed. Okay, 1000 servers and 1000 GB of storage you needed, and 1000 employees needed. Okay, whatever it may be. First, we are talking about not employees, we are talking about servers and storages. 1000 servers needed and 1000 GB of data storage needed. What you need to do? Tell me. To fulfill these requirements, what you need to do? First, we need to have some money to purchase this physical hardware. Physical hardware. To purchase 100 servers, 1000 servers, we need some money. To purchase 1000 GB of storage, you need some money. Okay. Okay. You keep 100 thousands money, thousands of rupees onto the investment. Okay, fine, no problem. That is the one of the burden first of all. Okay. And then limited scaling. The second point is limited scaling. That means, for example, now you brought 1000 GB of storage and 1000 servers. Unfortunately, the project size will be increased. That time, the client is expecting 2000 servers and 2000 GB. Again, you want to purchase that one. That means it was limited. That means it was limited. Now it was limited data. So you can't scale up. You got my point? Limited scaling. And use infrastructure required. Yes, to we need one office and we need tables, chairs, and also you need to have a one power backup, and also we need a separate server rooms and we need a separate admin for to maintain the server rooms, power bill and everything. Maintenance will be cost. Take time to installation and configuration. For example, 1,000 servers needs to configure, 1,000 minutes. The time will be taken to install software in every individual servers. Waste of resources during idle. Suppose you brought 1,000 GB storage and 1,000 servers for computing, and unfortunately you are not using 500 servers and 500 GB. What will happen to 500 GB and 500 servers? You already purchased that one. Waste of resources, na? Unfor unnecessarily, you are keeping some investments on it without using that one. Latency issues. For example, you maintain your storages on India, but US people are searching the data from India. They are getting a network issues, net latency issues. Maintenance overhead. Every month you need to go with the maintenance, service of servers, and everything will be taken care by you only. Disaster recovery. No disaster recovery simply. So unexpectedly, if anything happened, if power fluctuation was there and if anything happened to your premises, no backup of your storages, no backup of your servers, everything will be collapsed. Why? Because thousands of rupees was invested to set up everything. If you want to make a backup, means you need to invest more thousands. That means very burden, na? So these all are the drawbacks. To overcome all these things, we will use a cloud computing. Why? Because we don't bother about infrastructure, we don't bother about security, we don't bother about electricity, and electricity, and we don't bother about software hardware upgrades also. Why? Because they are providing software as a service. Everything they will provide as software as a service. So there is a popular vendors we have like AWS, Azure, Google, and these vendors are providing these servers, like storages and everything. For example, if you talk about India, in India, Mumbai, coming to the AWS, Amazon Web Services. In Mumbai, they have a one data center, and in Hyderabad, it is going to start in few days. I think it will be start. There we have a one data center. Like that, every country having a different data centers. Okay, and from there they are providing all these resources as a rental purpose. So cloud computing software as a service means application they will give, software they will give, data they will give, operating systems they will give, physical servers with virtual machines, physical storages, everything they will provide. What are the three types of cloud computing? SaaS, PaaS, IaaS. SaaS means software as a service. PaaS means platform as a service. IaaS means infrastructure as a service. Packaged software, OS, and application stack, server storage networks. OS, application stack, server storage networks. Server storage networks. This is end users, application developers, and infrastructure and network architects. Cloud computing offers by majorly three vendors, AWS, Azure, GCP. These three platforms are supports Snowflake for storage and computing. These three platforms will support for the Snowflake for storage and computing. Clear? Now, for little while, I'll just some brief discussion to understand this one. Basically, this is my Snowflake software. Snowflake software means it is the purpose of storing a huge data. But storage Snowflake software won't have its own storages. Okay. So for that, it will take a third-party storage help, like cloud vendors like Amazon, AWS, and GCP. That means both will combinedly, we call it as a Snowflake cloud data warehouse. Snowflake cloud data warehouse. Software act as a UI, and for UI, we need a computing and storages. We need a computing and storage. Sir, first you need to remember one thing. Everything we need computing and storage. What did mean by computer? Please tell me. Anybody, please tell me what is mean by computer. Please tell me what is mean by computer. I'm sorry, I'm not getting you.
Computer going to process some either data or any application.
Okay.
CPU, RAM, storage.
Okay. So this is the question we got at third standard, fourth standard, second standard. Just tell me the answer on third standard. Your computer teacher will teach you what is computer means. CPU, RAM, storage, keyboard, mouse, cabinet. Yes or no? That only they teach. Please respond. Not exactly.
It is an electronic device.
Yes. It is an electronic device which is used to process our data. It consists of CPU, RAM, memory, keyboard, mouse, network cables, cabinet. I think my teacher teach like this only. For you, maybe
Actually,
it is
in
different.
simple can done like this also, sir. Computer is a HP electronic device. It stores the input from keyboard and process the input from CPU and retrieve the output from the monitor screen.
Okay, we can say that also. But that is a old and traditional. But now,
Thinking about the simple way.
yes, that is a old and traditional. But now computer means CPU. Computer means computing plus temporary storage and permanent storage. Computing means CPU and memory, temporary, like cache memory is there, na? Temporary memory and other storages, like external storages, any storage, hard disk like that. So nowadays, computer means CPU plus temporary memory and permanent storage. So that computing is separate, storage is separate. In olden days, computing and storage will be in one place as a one node. Node means one server. You can say it as a one server. In your laptop, you have a computing and you have a storage, permanent storage. But nowadays, we just call that both as a separate individuals. CPU is separate, computing power is separate, whereas memory is separate. Sorry, storage is separate. Got my point?
Yes, sir.
Now my question is, tell 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Today we are assembling, sir, all the components into to build a computer.
Yes, yes, but now olden days we just say that monitor, CPU, RAM, mouse and everything. Please mute yourself. Please mute yourself.
Yes.
Please mute yourself. In olden days, we can say all mute yourself.
Yeah.
I'm getting a lot of disturbance. Okay. In olden days, we can say all we can say, like CPU, memory, RAM, cabinet, monitor, and everything, keyboard, everything, internet cable like that. But nowadays, this is a cloud days, cloud days, cloud days. Nowadays, we can say only CPU, memory, and storage, permanent storage. And also within that also, CPU and temporary storage will be separate and permanent storage will be separate. For example, I ask you to say 1 to 10 numbers. Tell me. Please tell me 1 to 5 numbers. Anybody?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
How you are telling that one? How you are recalling that one? With your mind. Please try to attach with me because this is the concept to understand more on it. So you are saying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How you are telling that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? You are recalling that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with your mind. Okay, just assume that mind is a computing. It is processing. Where it is processing? From where it is processing? Tell me. How you are telling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? With your permanent storage. Why? Because you learned and you stored 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in your storage. You got my point? Please respond. You maintain a store. Why you are telling A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, so and so Z? You are storing that alphabets in your mind, not in your storage. And once, if anybody asks about it, you are recalling, you are computing, you are doing computing with your mind. You are processing that storage. You got my point? Now tell me, for computing the data, we need a storage. Is it necessary? No. For example, A equals to 2, B equals to 3. A equals to 2, B equals to 3. Okay. A plus B equals to C. Tell me what is C? 5. 5. Tomorrow, this 5 is same.
based on
A plus. That means whatever the A value and B value will be maintained on temporary storage. That means after 10 days, you don't say that A and B values. You can't say that. Why? Because you maintained in a temporary storage, and immediately I asked means you are calling the temporary storage and you are doing the computing. That means for computing, no need of storage, permanent storage. Temporary storage is enough for computing. That's why computing plus temporary storage, we call it as a computer, computer, whereas permanent storage is different. Got my point or not? Shall I repeat again?
Sir, shall you repeat again, sir?
Simple my question. Simple question is, here I want to differentiate computer plus storage. Computer is separate, storage is separate. How I am differentiate with our mindset. Here, if I ask you to tell alphabets, you are telling A to Z. How you are telling? Why? Because you are storing permanent storage. You are storing alphabets in your permanent storage. So you by heart it. That's why every time if I ask, you immediately tell that alphabets and numbers also. But here, if I give a one scenario like A equals to 2, B equals to C, B equals to 3, and A plus B equals to C, how you are telling C equals to 5? By searching the temporary storage, not permanent storage. You are not maintaining it permanently. Why? Because maybe tomorrow A value and B value will be changed. But alphabets 1, 2, 3 numbers won't change, na? So everywhere in our things, permanent storage will be there and a temporary storage will be there. Our friends, our family members, and our close friends and our close things will be permanent. Got my point? So that's why computing is separate and storage is separate. You got my point? Now tell me, what the purpose of Snowflake? The purpose of Snowflake is to maintain huge data, huge and bulk data. Okay. To maintain that huge and bulk data into a Snowflake, Snowflake needs a storage or not? Snowflake needs a storage or not? I'm just talking of not about Snowflake. First, I will talk about the data warehouse. I'm just talking about a data warehouse. Data warehouse is maintained huge and bulk of data. Now, data warehouse needs storage or not? Yes, that will be maintained on-prem, means on-prem data warehouse. That was provided by any cloud vendor, means that we call it as a cloud data warehouse. In the cloud data warehouse, one of the warehouse is Snowflake. That means for Snowflake, storage was provided by any cloud. Like for example, AWS, Azure, Google, for example, see here, AWS, Azure, GCP. They are providing a storage to maintain the data. Clear? And then to process and to transform your data, we need to process and to transform your data in Snowflake. What we need? to process and transform your data. What you need? What you need? Computing. Computing plus temporary storage. That also will be provided by any cloud vendor called AWS, Azure, GCP. That entirely we call it. For example, if we talk about AWS only, AWS will provide a permanent storage and computing. That computing and permanent storage with Snowflake call it as a cloud storage, cloud data warehouse. Snowflake cloud data warehouse. See, please see the diagram. Entirely we call it as a Snowflake cloud data warehouse. Got my point or not? Please plus one.
My question. So already we have the cloud environments like AWS, Azure, we have in the market. But cloud is in the front end, cloud has built one software. In the back end, it is going to be consumed either AWS, Azure, and GCP. Am I correct, sir?
Actually, cloud data warehouse means data warehouse purpose is maintaining a huge data and processing and transforming your data based on your querying your data based on your requirement. Now, to store the data, we need a permanent storages. To process and to query the data, we need a computing power. Basically, in olden days, for example, Microsoft SQLs are there. It is an on-prem data warehouse. For example, like Teradata, Edu. These all are on-prem data warehouses. Okay. What will happen means, for storage and for computing power, they maintain servers and hard disks in the company premises only. That we call it as on-prem. But now we are talking about cloud means the storages and servers will be maintained on some other place, and we need to access that servers via internet. So that we are taking the help of these third-party vendors for storage and computing power for Snowflake. It is for only Snowflake, man, not for all. For example, we have another cloud vendors also there. Cloud data warehouses also there. For example, Redshift. Okay, what are the cloud vendors? So see, Redshift, Amazon having a own product called data warehouse, Redshift. Microsoft, Synopsys Analytics. Teradata is also having a cloud. Okay, BigQuery, Google, Snowflake. These many are there. That means AWS is providing a resources to Snowflake, and also they have a own product also as a data warehouse. Azure is providing resources to Snowflake, and also it has a own product called data warehouse called Synopsys. GCP is providing resources to Snowflake, as well as they have a own product called BigQuery. Got my point? Yes or no? Now why, sir? Why Snowflake? Why Snowflake? Question mark. We have these many cloud vendors. For example, why, sir, Amazon having a Redshift? Why they are providing resources to Snowflake? That is a businessman. For example, a shopkeeper is selling a rice means he want to eat that rice. Please tell me. Yes or no? They will eat. They will also eat, man. But he is doing a business. That's it. In next section, why Snowflake we will cover. That's in that why we are going with Snowflake exclusively means we will get understand.
Can you provide a return note also regarding today's topic?
I'm sorry.
Can you provide any return notes?
For this, no need of written notes. I will share these images to you.
Okay, fine.
I will share these images to you once you got created WhatsApp group.
Okay, as a point of view, someone asked me a question.
That will be covered in interview questions. Don't worry about it. That will be covered in interview questions. We have a separate document for that. I will share that document to you.
Okay, fine.
And you will get a recording now, so that you can write your own notes, no problem.
Yeah, fine.
Now, before going to, yes, please, any question, please ask me.
Yes, sir. Here in the shown picture, vendors like AWS, Azure, GCP, they are providing computing plus permanent storage for the Snowflake. Any vendor.
Any vendor.
Yeah, my question is here: is it possible to get computing power from one vendor or permanent storage from another vendor? Is it
No,
possible?
no, not
Want
possible.
to take both from vendor?
Not possible. Not possible. Here, very good question, but it is not possible. And also, it is none of our business. None of our business how Snowflake is dealing with like other vendors. It's only our choice is to choose one vendor. And after that, it is none of our business. At the time of installation of Snowflake, okay, I will show you. Immediately, I will show you so that you can understand that one. See here. Snowflake. Start free trial. You can start a free trial and create your account. For example, Ravi classes, I think 21. Okay. Ravi classes 20. Ravi classes 20 at the gmail.com. Company, any company, IBM, for example. Role is any BI analyst, India, continue. Now see here. You need to choose a version, standard or enterprise or business critical. Enterprise, choose enterprise. Now here, choose your cloud provider. Amazon, AWS, sorry, Microsoft, Amazon or Google. Just choose it and choose your location also, in which area you want to maintain. For example, you are working from India, na? So choose your best location, which is your clients are more in India, means you just check with your India nearest location. And it is also not your headache, it is a headache of your organization people. Okay. So you are working for the organization, organization will take care of it. And they have a separate document for that. So based on their users, based on their activities, they can set at this one. For example, I am choosing Asia, okay, Singapore itself, and check it and get started. Immediately it will start. And then this Snowflake will contact to the AWS people, and then they will talk business with the AWS people and ask the resources. And based on your usages, they keep on allocating. At the back end, it is doing everything. Snowflake will take care about it. Got my point? and it is none of our business. Snowflake will take care about it. But meanwhile, we need to know now. I will tell you how it will happening, what is the process, how it is scaling and how it is scale up. I will tell you. Don't worry about it. Got my point?
Yes, sir.
Tomorrow, we have why Snowflake. So we have a lot of tools like Redshift, Synopsys, Teradata, BigQuery, Snowflake. Why we are going with Snowflake? Before going to this question, I want to explain this topic. What is the roots of data warehouse? How the flow will be, where you are and which place you are and where you need to work, and what is the purpose of going with modern data warehouses, where we started. Okay, we'll explain this one, and after that we will go with a wise Snowflake. Tomorrow we will complete this thing. That's all enough today. Do you have any questions? Please ask me. Anybody, please ask me. Ask your questions. It's time to ask your questions. Any question?
My several questions, sir, as for today conversation.
I'm sorry.
So here, any the Snowflake is using in backend AWS, Azure, any also vendor based on our client requirement. But these cloud vendors also, they are providing their own software also.
Yes.
Yeah. So when comparing to the price cost thing, so because the Snowflake is becoming a one more what is vendor in between the real cloud vendors and end users. So is there any comparing to the price? If we get the product from the AWS or Azure and GCP directly, I thought it's going to be little bit less. Am I correct? Is
You think that is less? Maybe. Maybe we don't know. Snowflake is getting more less than that. We don't know. No? That is a business deal. For example, you are going to purchase a same. I will go with a related shop only. You are going to purchase a rice bag in a one shop. They will cost you 2000 rupees. Okay? For you. But for me, the same rice bag I got 1500 only. Why? I'm going with a big bulk of things. So that means maybe according to their products, even Snowflake only getting less price only. Maybe I don't know. That's why not only a shopkeeper is selling rice, so many people are selling rice after buying the things on shopkeeper. Again, you got this point, I think maybe. After getting the some prices on cloud vendor also, they are serving to our organization, means without a profits, they won't do that things, man. It's none of our business, but just a logical thing. Logical thing. Who knows? Maybe they are running in profit losses only. Maybe we don't know. After 10 years, 15 years, we came to know that. But now Snowflake is earning money only, and they are in profits only. You can check in shares also. That's it. Any questions? Thank you. Thanks for your time. Have a nice day. Once again, thank you so much for joining my session.